Yeah, YouTube, what's good? Back with another video. Just getting off work. Finna hit the gym in a little bit, but today, like I promised, I'm gonna talk about body game in the workplace. Body game in the workplace. So I'm gonna tell y'all both sides of it, the pros and the cons of it. You know what I'm saying? But this shit is real, so let's follow me. But for starters, when you get yourself together, you know, body's in shape, you looking good, smelling good, you know, you're gonna attract women. Good and bad. You're gonna attract women. You know, you're gonna attract the good ones, you're gonna attract the crazy ones, you're gonna attract the ugly ones. But especially in the workplace. Why? Because if you work in a job, you know, you a career man, shit like that, that's where they're gonna see you most of the time. Most of the time of your day is gonna be spent at work. So where else, you know, if you in one of them jobs that got a good mix of females to men, that's just what comes with it. Now, some of the perks of it, you know, some of the pros of it, shit like, I'll tell you an example from my experience, right? When I got back from overseas, I was working a job back home in Maryland. I'm from Maryland, if y'all ain't know. So I was working this job, you know, I had probably got it like a week after I touched down. But I didn't end up starting until like 2 weeks later. So towards the end of the month in July. And my first day, once I finally got in the building, you know, everybody had already knew about me. All the females had already knew about me. And like, looked me up on Facebook, seen me, you know, I was handsome, and then they seen, you know, I had my little stories and shit on Facebook where, you know, they could see like me in the gym and shit like that, my shirtless pictures and shit like that. So bitches had already knew about me. So first day I walk in, I'm meeting everybody, and you could just tell, you know, you could just tell by the looks on their face, like bitches was lustful eyes and fantasy gazes and shit like that, just eyeing me up and down, just like, nice to meet you, this, that, and that, real sweet on a nigga, right? And, you know, I had a conversation with one of the girls, you know, because I was, you know, she was training me, on the shit. I was, you know, just chopping it up with her, and she was like, yeah, you know, a lot of these girls in here is, you know, they got their eye on you, you know, so you better watch out. You know, she's being funny about it, but she was dead serious. And I could tell, because they would always try to, you know, come talk to me or make their little passes about it, giving me little slight compliments. Oh, I like your hair. Oh my gosh, you smell so good today. What is that? You know, can you get this box for me? You know, Brandon, some of them shits was heavy as fuck, but some of them shits, like, you could have got that box. But yeah, just real sweet on me, and, you know, it made the environment, you know, real smooth for me. You know, you get the perks. They try to invite you out after work, you know, and shit like that. Try to get you in the mix, you know what I'm saying? But I'ma always tell y'all, you never shit where you eat at. You never shit where you eat at. You never go try not to have serious relations at your workplace. It's gonna end up bad for you every time. So that's one of the downsides of it too. But never shit where you eat at, right? And another scenario, you know, like I said in one of my last videos, you know, I was working at the post office. You know, I was a supervisor, so, you know, I had some, you know, I was in a position of power in a sense. So, you know, really had to be on my P's and Q's about, you know, women at the workplace. But just because I had a body and I was just, you know, always on point when I step out, you know, looking good, smelling good, feeling good, they was real more welcoming to me than they were to the other males, the other men that was in the building, even in supervisory positions. You know, they was real sweet on me. They were more willing to help me learn the systems and things like that, giving me notes, hitting me up for, you know, whatever. Like, you hung, did you eat something? You know, we got such and such over here. You want me to grab you something from fucking vending machine, snacks area, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. And, you know, that's a bonus too. You know, I'm telling you all the time, girls, they gonna pick from the top, the pick of the litter. They're gonna always shoot for the top. And in the workplace, you know, that's where it's always gonna be where your most interactions with women is gonna come, you know, outside of high school, college, outside of school, shit like that. That's where all your interactions is gonna be. Why you think most girls have work husbands, work wives, shit like that? Because that's who you really spending more of your time with than your girl. You know, unless you married to her, you're in the house with her and shit like that. And even still, that's who you see more often than not. So it's pros and cons to that. Cause your girl, if she cold, you know, she cold, she thick, she pretty, shit like that. She got big booty, I'm about to say big booty, big boobs, big titties. You know, they're gonna be on her. And they're gonna be pressing because they see her every day. They're gonna be doing slick shit too, trying to bring her lunch and flowers and shit like that. You know, just always trying to get in there wherever something's wrong with y'all. So always keep that in mind too. It's pros and cons. It's pros on your side, but it's also, you know, pros on her side too. So always keep that in mind. But man, and even that, let me get, you know, with the body game in the workplace, a lot of times, you know, that might be one of the determining factors for you to get in the building, to get in the door. You know, you might go through an interview process. If it's a female on the board, I've sat through female panels and getting interviewed and stuff like that. And it could be you and a couple other candidates. Let's say all things the same, education, you know, experience, all of that, skills. But out of the three, you look the best. Physically. You know, physically you look the best. Out of them three, who you think is gonna get the job? You come in there, it's the same thing just like with your fashion. If you come in there in a suit and it's tailored and it's down to the nines, and you got on this tailored suit for this interview, you looking good, smelling good, and then another dude, he come in, his shit all loose and unformed fitting, things like that. Who you think gonna get the job? It's about the presentation. It's about the appearance. It's something psychologically. People look at you and like, it's something about you, yeah, that discipline to get your body in shape. That discipline it takes to get your body in shape might carry into other aspects of your life. That's how people look at it. That discipline it took you to put on a nice suit and iron it and all the things that you need to do to be presentable at this interview, they're gonna be like, he might go the extra mile in other aspects for the company. Shit like that you gotta keep in mind, because that might get you in the door in the first place, right? So it's always pros and cons, but on the negative side of it, you know, I'm a type of nigga, I really don't give a fuck about goofy shit, and I don't really converse too much at work about personal shit or outside shit or shit that doesn't really concern me. So this portion is more so about the jealousy and the hate that will come with it, right? Because you one of them dudes, you look good and all the women know it and all the women is on you, dudes is gonna hate on you. Always come. Hate, envy, and all kinds of shit. Dudes is gonna hate you because you getting all the women are attracted to you, aroused by you, and they're not getting that attention. But them same dudes want them women. And these women might not even be fine. They might not even be the baddest. They might not even be, you know, that. But them dudes is such lower quality in comparison to you. They want these women, and the fact that the women want you, they're gonna hate on you. They're gonna hate on you. They're gonna smile in your face, fake shit. They're gonna smile in your face, act like everything's sweet, and then be talking behind your back to the bitches. Talking behind your back to the bitches, to other people, you know, trying to get you, might even try to get you in trouble, sabotage you to get you up out of there, because they can't deal with that competition of you being there. They can't deal with that. Haters. Man, listen, sitting in there, where was I working at? I was at damn, I can't remember the fucking company name. But I was sitting there and, you know, these girls was, you know, eyeing me up. It might have been the post office too. It was both, but I was in this position, warehouse job, and these girls, you know, they was fine. I ain't even gonna hold you, they was fine. And they was, you know, sizing me up, you know, trying to get more info on me, trying to know about me or something. And then this dude come up, you know, on some bitch type shit, on some female type shit, talking about, yo, shorty's over there, yo, she said she trying, you know, she want to know you and this, that. And I'm like, oh, word, that's what's up, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I've never been the type to really try to deal with women at work. That's really not my type of time. But yeah, he over here, and then from there, every other time he keep bringing her up, like, yo, she want to know what's good with you, this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, what does it even matter to you, bro? I'm like, y'all not best friends or nothing like that? She, you know, if I want to go talk to her, I go talk to her, but that's not my type of time. Like, bro, what you worried about? What you worried about it for? And, you know, come to find out, you know, I ended up having conversations with her, not talking to her like trying to fuck, but, you know, you at work, you eventually gonna start talking to people. But I was having this conversation with her, and she's telling me that the other dude, he always trying to, you know, link up and come see her, this, that, and the third, and getting on her nerves, DMing her all the time, doing all this goofy shit. And, you know, she said he's annoying, this, that, and the third, you know. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. I figured that much. But yeah, just always, he's like trying to act like he's doing me a favor. You ain't doing shit for me, bro. I trust me, I don't have no issues in that department. But he just, dudes be acting weird and all kinds of shit towards you when you know, especially, you know, you handsome, you got your body in shape, and you get money, and all the women, once all the women is attracted to you and want you, dudes, the hate is gonna come all the time. It never fails. And that type of shit, you know, it make, you know, if you care too much about it, it'll fuck you up. It might get you into trouble. It might get you into some situations if you don't know how to handle yourself. Or, you know, that's why I'm gonna tell y'all too, don't be talking too much at work. Don't be sitting here overly friendly. Yeah, you can communicate, you know, shit like that, talk to your people that you work with, but as far as your personal life and all the shit you into and the women you dealing with and all kinds of shit, don't bring that shit into the workplace. Them niggas is not your friends. Niggas is not your friends. Them women is not your friends. And I'm telling you one thing, you do that type of stuff at work where you knock down one of them girls and the shit hit the fan and y'all not cool no more, it'll be the end of you working there. You know what I'm saying? It'll be the end of you working there. Because more often than not, you gonna end up on the short side of the stick. So just something to keep in mind all the time. But yeah, man, the benefits is pros and cons. Like I keep saying, there's pros and cons to it all, but you really gotta have that mentality, that mindset of, I'm not going shit where I eat at. I'm not going shit where I eat at. Even if it is a bad bitch at work, if it's one of them bitches that's bad, you know, shit like that, you know, at least wait till you out of there, or something where she's not in charge of you, or you not in charge of her. You know, y'all have to be at least on the same level so y'all have the same amount to lose. You know what I'm saying? Or at least she's one of them girls that'll keep her mouth shut. And you as a man, you should always keep your mouth shut. You should not be running your mouth. You shouldn't be telling motherfuckers your business about who you fucking dealing with. Period. Like, unless you know, your boys, you always gonna talk to your boys. But as far as like associates, motherfuckers at work, keep your fucking mouth shut, bro. That's bitch shit. But yeah, man, it's a lot. It's really a lot to, you know, with great power come great responsibility, my nigga. And I'm gonna tell y'all one more story, right? And then I'm gonna end it after this. Even on the female side of it, when I was working in Golden Corral, this is like when I first graduated, I was like 17, some shit like that. But I was working at Golden Corral, and I was messing with this other girl. We wasn't serious, but I was messing with her. And she, you know, as we got close, she was telling me that one of her friends was running around saying that, you know, me and the friend had interactions and shit like that. And I'm like, she was like, do you know her? And don't lie and shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, I see her around, but I don't know her. Like, I don't know. We never chilled or nothing like that. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? But apparently, she was running around saying that we slept together and shit like that. And that, you know, we was a thing and all that. We had past, you know, past words and things like that. I'm like, yo, I don't even know this girl like that. Because she worked where I worked at. She worked at Gold Corral. But I'm like, bro, I don't know her and we don't talk like that. So, you know, whatever it was, you know, this wasn't even in relation to the body game in the work. This is more so just being handsome in the workplace. You know, shit like that. She on that lying on me, you know, putting me in predicaments with other bitches. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even know each other. So, you know, I've never been in, you know, that's really one of the first times I've ever been in a position where it was like a female lying on a nigga about sex. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's a dude lying that he fucked a girl. But yeah, that was just, it's a lot, man. But I'm gonna tell y'all, always remember, the pussy is never worth your check. It's never worth your check. So if you really feel like you want to knock this bitch down, you better wait till you leave up out of there, or you could get into a situation where she ain't gonna run her mouth. But I'm gonna just tell you, stay away from it, yo, because it's always gonna end up bad for you. And you don't wanna be sitting out here coming up off your money, especially if you got a good job, you know, good job, good career, whatever. You don't want to be losing out on your check, on your money, because of a bitch that you ain't even serious with, right? So, man, always just keep that shit in mind, man. That shit, it gets deeper and all that, because, you know, I talk about I get deeper into it in another video, because this is going on long enough. But that's all I got for y'all right now. Until next time, yo, it's Wolfgang Peak, it's Wolfgang Lifestyle, and I'm out.